Hey friends, let's talk about Barefoot shoes, my 5 new favorite Barefoot shoes. Here's the deal. I use a shoe like this when I find myself reaching for these Tolos when it's just like go to the gym kind of thing. But I don't like to look like this when I'm just like regular guy. Barefoot shoes for me have been hard to find ones that I like the style of. And yet a shoe is like my only accessory. I'm completely addicted to wide toe box, flexible, thin layer on the bottom. It absolutely changes everything up my chain of movement, all the way up through my hips and my lower back to my shoulders and my neck. It feels like it's a part of my wellness, my well-being. So I've recently found some new shoes that I've been wearing for the last few months. I wanna talk to you about them. For example, my workout shoe that I'm leaning towards instead of those Tolos, which I'll link to all the things below. These ones are from Lono Flow. This says gone sole down here because this is all biodegradable. This will you bury this and in a handful of years it's gone. Here's what I love about this. See this sock mesh knit upper? That feels really breathable compared to these Tolos, which isn't nearly as breathable. I don't like to wear socks. This is like a sock for my foot. I've only used these for about 3 weeks now, but everything that I've experienced, you can see the scuffing and stuff. This is from playing pickleball with them. I've loved these. So I'll link to this below. This is brand new company. And I gotta tell you that when you put these on, it's surprising how comfortable they are. So if you got a little extra money to try something out, try these on because you're going to like how comfortable they are. I love how breathable they are. It's sweet that they're biodegradable, have this real sort of eco-friendly materiality, and they've got the wide toe box and super flexible, right? So great for that. Before I go on to the next one, let's talk about our sponsor, Bellroy. Bellroy, for example, make my favorite wallet case. See this little slit right here? See this? It means this doesn't come off. I've got three cards that I can fit in here. I never have to lose this thing, even when I throw it in my pocket. One of my favorite daily carry bags, which is their brand new Venture 26. It's like they actually market it as a travel bag, but I like it for my everyday carry bag. The materials that Bellroy use on their products, the organization, for example, look at this laptop compartment right here. Unlike anything else out there. Rigid, tough, it feels somehow elevated and refined, just the little bit of material fabric on the outside and the hard plastic inside. That's what it's like with Bellroy, this mesh, okay? And those kinds of interactions every day they just make me happy. Here's my tech case that I use from them. This is actually a toiletry kit that I throw. Goes into every one of my bags. I just zip this up with this nice metal kind of metal zippers. I really like metal zippers. It just moves really smooth. Check out Bellroy. Shout out to them for supporting this video and my work. Links below. Do support the channel. Show Bellroy some love. Get some accessories. They got stuff for everything. Thanks, Bellroy. Okay, second shoe here. Look at these. All right, now hold on. Okay, so here's the deal. What I've come to terms with about these is they are a little bit like, Southern gentleman / like Goa beach vibe, like baggy linen shirt, linen pleated pants, kind of a vibe that I typically am not. However, these have been one of my absolute favorite go-to everyday shoe for me personally. I like this rustic leather. I personally like this idea of this little copper bit right here, which grounds me. I have another friend who's like, Chase, if you touch a doorknob, you're grounded, dude. I get it. I'm a little extra about what I think is important about how we develop barefoot on the planet. So I think it's meaningful. You do what you want with that. I will go as far as to say is you should be spending much more time barefoot on the ground. I love something I can just slip into, and then it's got a little bit of an elevated vibe. I do have to be careful what pants I'm wearing these with. I do like how comfortable and cozy they are. They don't have much traction, but I love this vibe. Wide, flat, really interesting brand. I do not know the story on where their leather's coming from. I bet they're a conscientious company. That's my hope and my hunch for them. Right now, I'm just evaluating as a product itself on my foot from the human use case point of view. Couldn't recommend it highly enough. Please use my link below. It does support the channel. Now, we gotta talk about a running shoe. Those Lonos are too minimalist for running for me. I did minimalist running for a very long time. Might have injured myself. I certainly, pulled my Achilles a few different times, but never something super big and heavy. The truth is, I'm a lazy 42-year-old dad who I'm gonna heel strike sometimes. I do like a little cushion. And these shoes from Flux, even though they're hot pink, definitely my favorite to run in. This is super breathable, super lightweight, nice and meshy. I would also recommend like something from Ultra, which have a lot more grip and being on trail kind of thing. I do like a little bit more of a rigid platform on this. I like that in my running shoe. I do like they have some little bit of extra big toe support down here. See those little knobbly bits inside? That feels great. I love that. Flux also make this shoe, which I have used a lot. The truth is, it just kind of moofs out on me. I don't look cool when I'm running. Half the time around here, it's so hot in Texas, I'm doing it with my shirt off. And I'm like, 42-year-old, little bit of chub, jiggling around, no shirt, pink shoes, short shorts, outside of Austin and Hill Country, and you're just like, what the fuck? Looks like California finally got here. California's been coming here for forever, bro. Great road shoe, great road running shoe. And I'll link to some Ultras below for trail running, and I highly recommend, if you need a little motivation, just go run on uneven surfaces through between trees. Like, get out there, do it, and find a buddy or a group to go do it with. Get a little community while you're at it. You wanna talk about like elevating your wellness game. Let's talk about brand new shoe to me, but something that is very, to me, extremely cool. This is a South African company called Jim Green. They've started making a ranger boot, like a barefoot ranger boot, no heel. They started making this for the trackers out in Africa. You're on safari, you're tracking animals, you're doing anti-poaching stuff. Really rustic, thick leather, really gonna last a super long time, and chunky and feels and looks cool if you're going that direction. The thing I would put against this is the Lems boulder boot. I have worn these actually quite a lot to break them in. I do a lot of like work at my buddy's place doing concrete and building stuff in these. They feel nice and protective that way, but they're just a little heavier than I want to be wearing on the regular, and there's way heavier of a look than I want to be having on the regular. But if you break these in, get them up and dirty, and you've got a little bit of you get like one of those, you get a pair of like jeans, like some selvage denim that are just really broken in, they're not too fancy. This could be a very cool vibe. So I'm talking about like the really actually made for the outdoors world shit, and I'm like, it could be a good vibe. Just think, it's a little window into my world. Now, similar in that vein is these sort of chukka boots, or Chelsea I think they're called, from Lems, all right? You see all this dirt in here? I have worn the shit out of these because it's just slip in. I wear them without socks typically. I also love wearing them up in wintertime. Not the best tread, but it's not the worst either. Throw on a pair of wool socks and fit into here. But these are ridiculously comfy. I did not anticipate how much I would reach for these. That's why they're on this list. I am reaching for them again and again and again. Anytime it's like ruck around outside really quick, I don't have to lace anything up. If I'm doing like a full 6-hour like work session, I'm gonna put on the Jim Greens or the Lems boulder boots. I'm gonna fully like put on sock, lace it up, and go. If I'm doing anything else, like I'll just throw these on. This feels great. Now, style-wise, I have to be really conscientious about the pants that I'm wearing. I still haven't found something that feels that great to me, style-wise, because it does have like, the top down doesn't look that bad, but it just gets like this material, this feels a little bit, this feels a little boomer. I would love for it to feel a little more like this. This is the perfect kind of width for me, and it feels great in there without socks. It's not what I would recommend. It can get a little steamy, but that's how I roll because I just hate wearing socks. I got one bonus shoe. Okay, the bonus shoe for me is, this is something that's happening regularly for me now. BeLenka, the champ, all right? I don't know if they still make it where it looks like this. The last one they sent me, I haven't worn it all, I haven't broken it in. It's different. These red ones, I have lived in so much, but look, this cheap ass veneer, like faux leather, it just peels like crazy. Bummer, but these are the shoes that I have worn the most out of any of these casually. Like, this has been the challenge for me, a casual barefoot shoe. This is the one that I've gone for again and again. Nice little pop of color, and when I don't want the color, this white feels like a 70s an actual like tennis shoe, like you're actually gonna go play tennis. You know, back when like the shorts were short and the mustaches were big. But this has been great with like a pair of black Western Rise Evolution pants, lightweight, and they last for forever, and this, and it's like just enough pop. Western Rise X cotton shirt. I'll link to both those below. That's what I'm living in. The Evolution pant, the X cotton shirt. You find the X cotton shirt and the Evolution pant that fits for you. That's my uniform. I wear it all the time. I'll link to all this below. My worry is they're not being made with the same leather that they used to be. See this right here? This little dotted thing? That's what I love. We do have new eyelets around here. I don't have a problem with that. You see the little slight, like the fraying on the sides of this? That actually goes a long way to making this feel good. So, buyer beware on that, and worth a try. I love these. I love these. So, BeLenka, holler at your boy. Let's do a custom shoe that is exactly this. Or just please do this again. And get me this red or some fun pops of color without this breaking down light, because this is on my foot and I'm a dad, like I do shit. That's it, man. I will say that these spacers have been really useful. So there's nothing underneath my foot. I put them like this, and they do just sort of, it's just subtle awareness. Like do this right now. If you're watching this video, please stand up. If you're sitting, just stand up, okay? Stand up, do it for me. Sounds stupid, it's gonna take just a few seconds. Stand up, feel the edges, the outside of your baby toes, your small toes, okay? The outside of your baby toes, your small toes, there's a line that goes all the way up that to your lower back, the sides of your lower back. Feel that, okay? That's where I never am. My baby toes are curled in. I'm somewhere else in my foot. This helps me get out there, which changes where I am in my like ribs. It takes off some of the pressure of my lower back. That might sound crazy to you. It's not fucking crazy. It's your goddamn anatomy. Pardon my French. Your body is a wonderland, as the ancient poets have said. Your body is a wonderland. And what I've learned about myself is there's places in my body I'm just not paying attention to. I love being able to buy a product that brings more of my attention to that place, because if I'm just putting a little bit of my electricity towards that, a little bit of my attention and awareness towards that, things soften, open up, and get integrated way more than I thought they were going to. There is hope for our bodies. There's hope for healing. I'm not gonna be fucking LeBron James. I love watching his body move and shape and do this thing. My brother loved it. And that's what made me like pay attention to it. I'm not gonna have that body. I'm not gonna move like that. But I can lift my grandkids. I can have that goal. I wanna not be in pain. I've already got arthritic stuff going on. All right, we're working with it. There is a perspective that you can improve over time. Top of the list for me is I want to have a sense of easy energy. I just don't wanna be low energy, which I think is an epidemic. I think we got loneliness. We've sacrificed all sorts of connection and intimacy and richness of life for the sake of convenience, right? It's a bit of a fucking conundrum. It's a bit of a challenge right now. And one way that I take that back or orient myself towards greater energy in the future is just like better anatomical sort of efficiency and more access to my body. Barefoot shoes are just a product that helped me get into that. It takes time. Muscles have to prove and tendons have to stretch out. So don't go rushing into this kind of thing. It actually, especially as you age, do not. Take your time. And the trick is actually just spend more time barefoot. Like walk around on rough soil and rocks barefoot and be tender and ginger about it. You get all the earthing stuff as well as you're growing some strength there. And eventually you're in a barefoot shoe all the time. One shoe that's not on here that should be is those Birchburys. I'll link to that below. Those Birchburys, they make two. They make a dress shoe, which is not my favorite look, but if you need dress shoe stuff, it's like the only thing on the market like that. And the other one is their casual shoe, which is super casual. It's like an elevated casual, and it's great. My challenge with it is you have to wear socks. It is not breathable at all. It's great quality leather, but it is not breathable at all. That's my challenge with it, so I'm never reaching for it. However, if I need to like bump up a pair of jeans for going out, like that is absolutely a solid option. So I'll link to that below. All the links below support the channel. If you do buy some of this because of my rambling about it, please use my link. It supports the channel. Other than that, that's it. That's plenty of ranting and raving for you. I hope you're good. Be yourself. Good luck. I'm curious, please tell me if you found a shoe that you love and live in. Please put it in the comments. I'm so interested in finding anything out there that I don't already know about. And new barefoot shoes are coming on the market all the time. It seems like the market is very much happening right now. Bye!